Hi kids. So, what you all are doing? I know you all are eagerly waiting for me. Even I was very excited. Why? Because today I am going to meet my kids via mobile, via a gadget. So, how fantastic day is this? Really very interesting. So, what we are going to learn today? We are going to learn English. What we are going to do? We are going to learn English. And in English, what do we do? Just we are going to learn standard 4. It's poem. Poem lesson number 4. And this is our second part. This is our second part. Do you know why I have made this border? I made this border just it look smart. Just it look smart. Have you seen any drawing? Drawing such as, let me show you something. Suppose here is a tree. Here is a tree. Okay. And if you are going to just highlight it or make a border, let's see how to make a border. We are just darking the line. Okay, we are making the border. So by making border, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Isn't it? Yes. Now it looks very beautiful. That's why we always make a border as I've done here. So not wasting much of our time, let's continue our poem. A day before lecture, what we have done? We have completed its 2 stanzas and it was very interesting. So let us recall, let us remember that what do we have done in our previous lecture. What we have done, what was there? There was one girl. There was one girl and she was very pretty girl. She was having one thing which was a favorite of her. What was that? That was a doll. That was a doll. She enjoys with a doll and it was the prettiest doll. Do you know what the doll is? I know because you have. Especially girls used to play with the doll. She has many toys. Toys such as you can see here. She has a ball to play. Then look what it is. It's a dinosaurus. What it is? It is a dinosaurus. She has this kind of toys. Even just see the ducks. It all fell down. Why? Because it has broken. So she used to play such types of toys. But among them, which one of her is favorite? A doll is favorite of her. So one day what happened? She has lost that doll and she started crying. She started crying. She was very sad. Why? Because she has lost that doll. Now see what is next to go. Okay. And in previous lecture, I left my word on I. Who is the I? I is the girl who is looking for her doll. Where she forget the doll? She forget the doll in a heath. What do you mean by heath? Heath is a lonely place. So let's see what is next to go. Next. Now here. I found my poor little doll. I found my poor little doll, dears. Now she's saying to everyone. She's saying to her friends, hey, I am very excited. Why? Because I got my doll back to me. How? As I found it. As I found it. So she is very happy. She is very happy. Why is she happy? Because she found her doll. A prettiest doll. Next, see. As I played in the hat one day, as I played in the hat one day. So, how come, from where does she got the doll, or how she lost the doll? She lost the doll in a hat. So, she is telling, as I lost my doll in the hat one day. So, now I found it back. Let's see. Fox. Now, what do you mean by fox? Fox means people. The people who are over there. People means can be the possibility men are there or women are there or few children are playing. So she is saying, that girl is saying that fox says she is terribly changed, dear. Terribly, terribly means awful. She doesn't look beautiful anymore. So the fox says, the people says, she is means that doll. She is means that doll. Terribly, terribly means awful. Awful means it doesn't look beautiful. It doesn't look now beautiful. Change very badly, she has changed. Now she is looking very ugly. Why is she is looking ugly? Because she means that girl has lost her doll in a lonely place. In a lonely place means the place where nobody comes. Who comes? Animal come. Who comes? Animal used to come for grazing. Grazing means for eating the food. So as the animal walks, can be the possible that onto their foot the doll comes. As for example, this animal is walking and the doll is lying. So animal will going to put its leg onto the doll. So that's why it becomes very dirty. Let me give you one example, okay? Then we will move on to our poem. Now what happens as you go in a sports lecture? So in sports lecture, when you play, what happens to your clothes? All the dirt comes onto the clothes and you become dirty. Why dirty? Because you are playing outside. Therefore, you become very dirty. Then you return back to your home. Then mummy says, why you are dirty? Why your clothes are so awful? So terribly changed. Why they are so? They were neat and clean. Then you say, Mama, I was playing football. I was playing football. That's why my clothes are dirty. Then Mama says, it's okay. But next time, be very careful. When you play, take care of clothes too. So same thing had happened to the doll. As that girl has forget that doll in a hat one day. So what had happened? In the hat, there are lots of animals that used to come and they would put their this thing leg or a foot onto it. So that's why the doll is no more pretty. Now it is little bit ugly. It doesn't look beautiful as it was. Just see what is next. For her paint is all washed away. Now what had happened? As it was very beautiful, as it was very prettiest doll. But now what had happened? As it was lying somewhere in the ground. So now the doll has become very untidy. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't look beautiful. It seems to be very dirty. Her cheek was pink and white, and now they have become blackish in color, very dirty. So why? How come it become dirty? Because all her paint means the color which she was having. Okay, the color is all washed away. It was washed away. It was cleaned away. She now no more looking that much beautiful. Washed can be the possible wash due to the rain, as it was lying open in the ground. Can be the possible there was a rain, and due to the rain, all her paint, all the color onto her mouth or onto her face was washed away. Next, see, and her arms trodden off, and her arms, this portion is called arm. So from here it has trodden means broken. Just see the this thing, chalk. So her arms was broken away. Broken means it had been broken into two. It has been removed from here. So, and her arms trodden off by the cow's ear. Oh my God. Her arms were okay. She was having her arm joined to her shoulders. But what had happened? It had been trodden away. Trodden means broken. Trodden means broken. Okay, it had been broken away by the cows. By the cows. Okay. And her hair not the least bit curled. Now, earlier, how does her hair look like? They were very curly. They were very curly. But now, this is the curl. Now, what had happened to her hair? They are no more curly. They have become very straight. They have, from the curly, they have become straight, very rough. Okay, she's no more looking pretty. Very ugly girl. Very ugly doll. Okay, so yet for old sake, she is still theirs. She has become very dirty. She doesn't look beautiful. Still, for the sake means for my liking. Because I like my doll very much. It's okay. If she looks awful, if her hand trodden away, still I like it very much. Why? Because she was my favorite doll. And it was whose mistake? It was my mistake, as I lost her in the head. Okay? So I am going to keep my doll. Though her hands, her arms had been trodden away, broken away by the cows. Even her cheeks, her paint is not as beautiful as it was. Still, I am going to keep my doll. Let's see. The prettiest doll in the world. Why am I going to keep my doll? Because it is the prettiest doll in the world. So, have you seen? Did you notice that? Let us recall once again. As a girl was having a very beautiful doll. After some time, what had happened? She has lost the doll in the lonely place. And after just looking here and there, the fox means the people. Here fox spelling is Folks. The fox, the people around tell to the girl, hey, listen, come here. We have seen one doll lying in the open ground. Then she went, and just as she was looking here and there, she was found her doll. But what had happened? The doll was not pretty more. It has become a ugly one. Why? Because it was lying over there. And her arms were torn as well as the paint. Paint has become now very faint. So what had happened? For a while she becomes sad, but she says it's okay. It has been broken or anything would have happened to the doll. Still, she loves her doll very much. So she finally takes the doll to her home as the doll was the prettiest in the world. Let me give you an example. Okay. Suppose you have a new notebook, or rather a textbook, as just seen. This is your textbook. It's very new. Okay. Just see the pages. They look very beautiful. But after some times, after a continuous use, so what happens to the book? It just tear from somewhere or papers are fold like this. So what does it mean? We should throw it away? No. Still, we just keep it nicely with us. Why? Because they give us knowledge. This would had happened with that girl. That doll she enjoyed a lot. That's why though it was awful, still she keep that doll with her. I think you would have enjoyed. Now do remember, when there is a poem, you should read. Read in what way? In the chorus way. What is a chorus? Chorus means it should be in the form of song. Let's you also just see in your book. Even I am also reading from it. We will try to sing. Okay? How? You just see me and then follow ma'am. Let's see. I once had a sweet little doll. I once had a sweet little doll, dears. The prettiest doll in the world. The prettiest doll in the world. Next. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dear. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dear. And her hair was so charmingly curled. And her hairs were so charmingly curled. Next. But I lost the doll, dear. But I lost the doll, dear. As I played in the heath one day, as I played in the heath one day, I cried for her more than a week, dear. I cried for her more than a week, dear. But I never could find where she lay. But I could never find where she lay. Next, from here also we can read. I found my poor little doll, dear. I found my poor little doll, dear. As I played in the heath one day, as I played in the heath one day, Fox says she is terribly changed, dear. Fox says she is terribly changed, dear. For her pains is all washed away. For her pain is now all washed away. And her arms trodden off by the cows, dear. And her arms was trodden off by the cows, dear. Next, and her hair not the least bit curled, and her hair not the least bit curled. Yet for old sake she is still dear. Let's for old sake she is still dear. The prettiest doll in the world. The prettiest doll in the world. I hope you would have enjoyed, even you have understood the meaning. Did you? Even I. My favorite toy is also which one? I like which one? Do you know? I like dinosaurs. Madam like dinosaurs. Then we are going to discuss, okay? You have to just remember, and when we are going to interact with each other means when we are going to meet each other, we will discuss as which toy you like most, and then we will have a fun as that girl had a fun. Okay, I hope this poem would have enjoyed you and you too enjoyed yourself. Okay, now have a nice day.
Let us start its exercise. And I know now you will be able to sing the poem in what form? In chorus form. Let's try out its exercise. Okay? Just hold the book in your hands and we are going to do its MCQs. Let's try out. First one. The girl had a sweet little, what does she has? A sweet little doll. What she has? Doll. Now the answer will be doll. Next is the doll cheeks were, we talk about the cheeks now. The cheeks were red and white. So between the options pink, blue and red, what is the correct answer? Red. The cheeks of the doll was red in color. Next, the girl dashed for her beautiful doll more than a week. So what did the girl do when she did not get her doll? She cried. She cried. The answer is cried. Next, the doll's arm. What had happened to her arm? Who has done something to her arm? Her arm were trodden away by the cow. Trodden means it had been broken away. Is that clear? So the answer is trodden. Next, what do we have? Let's see the fifth one. The girl had lost her. What did she lost her? That she lost any toy, mother or a doll? So the correct answer is doll. The mother. Does she lost the mother? No. She lost the doll. Next, the dash of doll has been washed. So what has been washed of a doll? It was her paint. Paint, what she has, it has been washed away. Why? Because it was lying in an open area for more than a week. That's why it has washed away. Next, fill in the blanks. So in fill in the blanks, the first one I am reading for you. Once the girl had a dash little doll. What kind of doll was it? Sweet. What kind of doll was it? It was a sweet doll. Number 2, the doll hairs was dash curled. The doll hair was charmingly curled. What curled? Charmingly curled. So the correct answer is charmingly. Do you get that? Okay. Next, one day the girl had dashed her doll. What had happened one day? The girl lost her doll. The girl lost her doll. Next, she again found her prettiest doll in the, where does she got? She got it back from the herd where she has lost. If you go through the story, it is given that she has lost a head and she get it back from there only. Is that clear to you? Now the next, the girl was dashed in the head. What she was doing over there? She was playing. What she was doing? She was playing. Clear? Next, for the girl, it was the dash doll. What kind of doll she was saying? That she has the prettiest doll. What type of doll? It was prettiest doll. Is that clear to you? So by this, our filling the blanks are also over. Next, more to go, and that you have to try on your own. Let's do few questions orally. It is given. Answer the following question orally. What is that? Very first, whom did the doll belong? Whose doll was that? So the answer is the doll belonged to the girl. The doll belonged to the girl. Next, where was the girl playing with the doll? So the answer will be the girl was playing with her doll in the head. Is that clear to you? What do you mean by head? An open area. Anybody can come and go. Next, what had happened to doll's arm? The doll's arm had torn away by the cow. So, I think all three answers are clear to you. Let's have a quick revision of the true and false. Let's see. Okay. Number one, the doll was very dear to girl. Does the girl like the doll? So the answer is true. Yes, she liked it most. Next, the girl had never lost the doll. She never lost the doll? No, false. The answer will be false because she has lost her doll. Next, the girl found her doll in her house. So does she found her doll in the house? The doll was lying in the house? False. No. Where does she find? She find it in the heart. Okay, where she lost it. Next, the doll's hair was curled when she found her. When she got her doll, were the hair curled? That is given? No. False. The hair were no more curled. It had become rough and straight. Is that clear to you? Isn't it enjoying? Now rest of the part you have to just try on your own. So have a nice day.